Hey everyone, I made another top 5 list. Before I get to the list breakdown, let's talk about why I created the list and how I got the results. Those of you that have been fans of the channel for a while know that I play a very niche visual novel genre. However, as my love for the genre grows, so does my interest. I want to step out of my comfort zone and experience more of the visual novel world. But I don't want to just dive in not knowing where to start, so I turned to the internet. My search was pretty simple. I went on Google and I looked up the best visual novels on PC, or more specifically, on Steam. The top search results came from Screen Rant, Game Rant, The Gamer, and Twinfinite. There'll be links to all 4 of those sites in the description if you want to check out the list for yourself. No 2 lists were the same, but they did have a lot of the same games, so I took their lists and compared them. Games that were on multiple lists went higher up on my list, and so on. I ended up with 4 games that I was able to easily place, but I still needed a 5th game. There were some games that only showed up on one list or the other, and those ones just got tossed aside. What I had left was a few games that had 2 mentions each. I wasn't familiar with any of them, and I could only pick one, so I asked you all for your help. I posted a poll here on the channel, and after a couple days, the results were in. 2 more things I want to mention right before we get this list going is that 1, I may mispronounce some of the titles of these games, and if I do, my apologies, but I'm going to try my best. And 2nd, this is just going to be the list and not a whole lot of detail on each of the games. However, I have added a link to each of these games' Wikipedia pages. That way, if you want to check them out or read more about them, you have that right there and you can do so. Now everything's officially out of the way and we can get this list going. The first one at number 5, which was the one that I had you all vote on here on YouTube, came down to a vote between 5 games. You can check that out. It's still on my community page. You can see what this game was up against is Higurashi When They Cry. Like I said, I don't know a whole lot about these games, and most of them I haven't even heard of before, but I wanted to see what the best of the best was, and that's what we got. At number 4, we have Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Now, this was kind of a toss-up between Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney and just the entire series as a whole, because there is more than one installment, but I just chalked it up to the first game. This game was developed by Capcom, and it was released back in 2001 on the Game Boy Advance in Japan, and then it was ported over to other platforms. There's a lot more information on the Wikipedia page if you want to get more into it, and this is something that I feel like I may have played a little bit of back on the Game Boy Advance, but I'm not 100% sure. Definitely familiar with this one, though. Coming in at number 3 is the game Clannad. This is another one that I'm not familiar with. I haven't played it yet, but I have seen it pop up a lot, especially in my searches for visual novels to play. This is one that if you all have any experience with it, or if you played it, or if you've just heard something about it, let me know, because I would love your input on these games as well. Coming in at number 2, this game I am actually very familiar with. I haven't played the game itself, but I have watched the anime series, and this is Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. From what I understand, the visual novel and the anime series are pretty much like one and the same. If you've seen one, then you've seen the others. So that's kind of one of the biggest reasons that I haven't really gotten into the visual novel yet, because I feel like I'm not going to have any new surprises. Everything's already been explained to me, and I already know all the mystery that's involved in this. However, that being said, I do think the anime was amazing. So if the visual novel's anything like that and you haven't played it, then I would recommend giving this one a try. And I can definitely see why this would be on a top 5 list. All right, last but not least, coming in at number 1, this is like the most recommended visual novel that I have come across, and I've seen it on multiple lists, not just the 4 that I chose from this video, but from every list that I've ever looked at. This game right here has been on all of them, and that is Steins Gate. Steins Gate was released back in 2009, and it was actually the 2nd release in a series following Chaos Head. Now, I don't know anything about Chaos Head. I haven't actually even heard of that one, but I have heard of Steins Gate. So again, you guys have to let me know if Chaos Head is just as good as Steins Gate, or if I should play one before playing the other. Anyway, everybody, that's my list. I know it was kind of straightforward to the point, not a whole lot of explanation on the games. That is, again, why I left links to each one of their Wikipedia pages. That way you can read up on as much as you want about each one. And then if you've played them, let me know what you think. Which one would you put in the top 5? Which one would you put at number 1? And you know what? Maybe your top 5 isn't the same as mine. Tell me what you got. What is your top 5 visual novels? Let me know in the comments. That's all I got for you guys. Take it easy. Have a good one. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.